Alright, welcome back to the SuperCoach Enough channel. In this video we're going to review round 8 of SuperCoach BBL and preview round 9, which is the final round. So an average week for us with 564, seemingly well below the average. I don't know how people scored that much, but we'll have a look. Down a couple hundred spots, but we'll have a look at the team and how it went. So we had Josh Inglis on field as our wicketkeeper. Oh, if I can get this working right. He scored 35, was outscored by Philippi, so we lost about 40 points there with that decision. Matt Short we VC'd, and in the end I think was the right call for our captain, so that worked out quite well with an 88. Maxi, who was originally our captain, got 56 last night, so solid return there. Aaron Hardy with 54, also a solid return. Ben McDermott with a 17. We probably should have gone with Agar. And in hindsight, that makes sense. But yeah, I guess hasn't been my greatest season of all time, but that's fine. Paul Walter, who we brought back in at the last minute for Jai Richardson, who is not available for the rest of the season. He got a 31. I think Cooper Connolly would have outscored him based on his runs with the bat. So we could have made that move, but we went with Walter, and that's fine. He's going to probably disappear this week, given he's on the heater done for the regular season. Sam's with a 36. As you know, I guess these are all sort of middling scores. Jordan with a 32, Behrendorff with 48, Johnson with 28. Sanger was quite good with 62, so he did miss out on some points there. And Overton, again, pretty solid sort of 45. So we'll have a look at how it all went. So I might just have a look at the, well, there you go. You can see that we got through the semi-final there, but we'll have a look at the matches first just to see where all the runs were scored. So Chowdhury, I guess quite a few people would have had him with 80. That's good. Weatherald, I don't know how many people would have had him. Projected to score 8 and got 115. That's a massive effort from him. Steve O'Keefe, maybe a few fans would have had him. Hales was good with 83 for the Thunder. McAndrew also solid, so I guess a couple of targets for this week, given the Thunder have the double. AJ Ty, so he killed it with 146. He did bowl really well yesterday afternoon, I suppose. Morris was good as well. So, a couple of scorchers options there. A few people would have had. Bryant, top scored for the Heat, so I wouldn't imagine too many people have him, given I think that was his first game for the season, or one of the few games. And then last night, Marsh, Richardson, top scored for the Renegades. So it looks like they got up over the Stars. I didn't actually watch the game, to be honest. It's a bit flat after the Heat loss, to be fair. Finch with a 0. He must have got a duck or something in his last game. That's a bit flat. And not too much else to report there, I wouldn't have thought. So we will have a look at the head-to-head. So I did sneak over the line against Matt by 20. So Nathan Ellis maybe costing a bit there with a 7 return. Guess had TNV Sanger, but didn't have Maxwell. That's interesting. How does that work? Oh, it must have been, I don't know, wicketkeeper. I don't know. Don't know. But if I had Maxwell instead of McDermott, that probably would have been enough to get the win. And then the other semi, go back. So Kick-Ass continuing their mad run with a nice comfortable win. Had AJ Ty, which is nice. Fraser McGurk, who scored quite well. So I might be in a bit of trouble this week. Just looking at this. So then I guess left some points on the bench with the loophole. So there you go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. No, I can't work it out. But still had plenty in reserve. So, yeah, so I guess based on that, we should probably have a look at the team for the final round. And so I guess the obvious calls, Walter and Johnson out. We've already got Sams and Sanger from the Thunder on the double game week. So if I just filter out the Thunder players, so I think the obvious choices are Chris Green, probably the next best bowler I would have thought of late. He's average 44 for the season, so he does bat a bit too, which is nice. And I might have to swing Burden down. So I think Alex Hales looks like he's in good form. So we'll get him in as well. And that leaves us with 50k. So I guess in terms of the other options, we could go with McAndrew, who's a decent bowler, can bat a little bit. Bancroft's been a bit flat recently. You can see his 3 round average of 11. I guess the wild card, perhaps David Warner. Um, at his price, that is pretty tempting, but I guess I'm not his number one fan, that's for sure. So I guess might have to go it perhaps. But then I guess then the question is, who do we leave out? Maybe McDermott. For Warner. Alright, let's see what we can do with this team anyway. So we've got Inglis, Philippi, and De Kock as possible batting options. So De Kock playing at the showgrounds probably isn't ideal. It doesn't seem to be much of a batting track. Philippi over at Optus might have a tough time of it, so we might stick with Inglis and put the emergency on Philippi in case something weird happens there. So yeah, we definitely want Hales and Warner since they've got the double. Hardy and Agar back in Perth could be good. Stars at the MCG, short at Monica. So we may get Agar in amongst the bowlers, perhaps. So we'll swap him with Burden for the time being. So Sams and Grant, we definitely need Sanger in. So I guess Agar, Berendorf, Johnson, Jordan, maybe Jordan out. Definitely put the emergency on him though. As good as Overton's been, we'll back Jordan to do the business against the Stars. Although the Thunder probably haven't been the best, but we'll back him in. So so probably set the team up like this. I can actually might switch them around. There we go. That works. Because then what we can do is captain, I reckon, Sams, vice captain Sanger. I think they're going to be the 2 high scorers, so we'll stick with them. Yeah, don't really need the loophole, I suppose, the way I've set this up, but that's perfectly fine. So I think that's the team we're going to run with for the final round. Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's the way it's shaping up going into the last round. So if you have made it through to any of your head-to-head finals, good luck. Um, Obviously, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to get them below the video. Give us a like if you're enjoying the BBL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy content. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.